my gosh, guys, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? After 9 years in the role, Susan Wojcicki is stepping down as the CEO from YouTube. Now, unless you have lived under a literal rock, 9 years is since 2014. She's been the CEO through the big of YouTube in 2015 and 16, and she was also there for the bridge incident, which caused the adpocalypse. She's been the CEO of YouTube during some of the highest ups and some of the lowest downs of YouTube. I just want to go ahead and start this video by saying that she is not the chief decision maker. I know that CEOs generally are seen as, like, you know, the primary decision maker. In case you need me to clarify, she does not own YouTube. She does not make all of the decisions. In fact, of all of the interviews that I have watched of her, which isn't really very many, but of all of the interviews that I've seen, she seems very pro-free speech, which is something that YouTube has canonically had a problem with. And by had a problem with, I mean generally demonetizing things that shouldn't be demonetized, and leaving things monetized that maybe are a bit questionable. I don't want to delve into it too much. Generally speaking, I don't like politics simply because I would rather put my faith in God than politicians. He's been more faithful than they have. She has been with YouTube, she's been with YouTube since the beginning, but she's been the CEO through some of the highest ups and downs. I think I already said that. I have short-term memory loss. Somebody please send help. Who, you may be wondering, is going to be the new CEO? Neil Mohan, which I don't know how I feel about this decision. Not that Neil Mohan takes control as CEO of YouTube. I don't know about Susan Wojcicki stepping down is the right thing, because I have a feeling that Susan Wojcicki personally opposed the removal of dislikes. She hasn't, you know, I don't think she openly stated that she supports it, but I also don't think that she, openly stated that she hates it, because why would you openly state something that your company is about to make a major change? It just doesn't make sense for your job security. Now, she's not completely and totally retiring from YouTube. She has said that she will continue to work at YouTube in the short term to support Neil and help with the transition from her being the CEO to Mr. Neil Mohan being the CEO. But the real question now is, are things about to majorly change? That's a great question that I don't know the answer to. If you came to this video looking for the exact answer to that, smash the like button. If you didn't come to this video looking for that answer, smash the like button. So, one thing that I don't like about this transition is YouTube's focus on short-form content. Like many other things, TikTok has ruined the world. Obviously, that is partially a joke, but that does have some truth to it. TikTok has hacked up a lot of things. If there were a button in front of me right now and if I could just literally smack a button and get rid of TikTok, I absolutely would. TikTok has created some good. It is useful. Overall, I think TikTok is a net negative on society, and unfortunately, TikTok is a net negative to YouTube, because people have such a short attention spans that YouTube now had to basically adopt that model, because every other social media platform had to adopt the TikTok model. Look at Instagram Reels, look at Twitter. Twitter probably copied it, I don't know. Regardless, what I'm trying to say is that Neil Mohan is the dude who launched YouTube Shorts. So, heck. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this, because I think YouTube Shorts are incredibly stupid. I'll just be perfectly honest. I think they're dumb, just like TikTok, and it all reflects short attention spans, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't have a long attention span. However, if it's something I care about, I can focus on it for 12 to 14 hours. How do you think the challenge video exists? It's the truth, though. The hilarious thing is that Susan Wojcicki was the person who set up shop for Sergey Brin and Larry Page, the founders of Google. They were running Google out of her garage, which is just hilarious. I'll go ahead and post the link in the description down below if you want to read this entire article. I really like this paragraph from BBC. During Ms. Wojcicki's tenure at YouTube, she has faced public criticism over the platform's handling of content moderation, the spread of misinformation, and ongoing concerns over child privacy. Child privacy is a very, very important thing that, should be moderated, and that they should not have targeted ads towards them. I went to bed crying the night I found out about Kappa, because I was like, they're gonna bankrupt me. They're gonna take our house or whatever. To this day, I don't think COPPA has sued a single Child Online Privacy and Protection Act, is what COPPA stands for. I don't think COPPA has actually carried through with a lawsuit ever, I want to say. So I don't know why I was freaking out, because I was like, what if I mislabel my content? What if I accidentally say it's for adults, but YouTube decides it's for kids? It doesn't take much to realize that my content is not made for kids. It's made for people with partially developed frontal lobes, okay? My frontal lobe has yet to be fully developed. Your frontal lobe doesn't finish developing until you are... What? 35? That's not correct. Needless to say, my content is for people who want to... I'd like to say that my content is not brainless, but it's not super thought-provoking, if you know what I mean. It's kind of cut and dry. But all this to say, do I think it's a good thing that Susan Wojcicki is retiring? Yes and no. For her own sake, yes. However, I am very, very terrified that she is getting out before she gets in a lot of trouble. Unfortunately. Because again, she, of what I have heard, is pretty pro freedom of speech. She is against the censoring that YouTube does because, let's just face it, YouTube censors things, okay? They do. And they also let some stuff slide that they should not let slide. A really good video on this, if you want a bit more information, is Oompaville's video on this. I'll also leave it linked in the description down below. But all of this to say, I'm very, very scared for the future of YouTube. Because now that she is not the CEO, things that the board suggests might go through a whole lot easier. It's a very, very scary time to be on YouTube. But it's also a great time. Please, if you're debating starting a YouTube channel, start it. Don't listen to what I'm saying. I really do believe we need more YouTubers. However, I am very scared for the future of YouTube as a whole. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't feel like I'm licensed to comment on it, but there is currently, I believe, a lawsuit that is in the Supreme Court that might change how YouTube operates forever. Again, I'm not going to say any more on it. I'm not going to provide you with any reference or whatnot because I'm not certain that it's a Supreme Court case yet, but some very, very big changes might be coming to YouTube very soon, and it might completely change the way the platform works. And I have now been rambling for 17 minutes. This is probably not even going to be an 8-minute video. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Nerd News Central. I'm sorry if this video came as a shock to you. I'm sorry if this video was a surprise to you. I want to make more videos that surprise you upcoming, so thank you so much for watching. Have another video over here. Have another video over here, or another Nerd News Central video over here, another random video over here. Subscribe right over my face. Goodbye.